This is an installation video for the stainless Bimini top from Specialty Marine. I'm installing this on a 1976 Boston Whaler Classic 13, but it can also be installed on a variety of boats. The Bimini top comes in 5 colors. I chose Pacific Blue, and I'm mounting it with the 2 gunnel mounts. There's a bunch of different ways to mount it. See their website for alternate ways. I started off by removing all of the plastic coverings. There is a hex key included. You will need it to loosen some of the screws to completely remove the plastic. This takes a little bit of time to complete. Try not to move the parts too far from their original position. Here are some additional tools you will need to complete the installation. I used epoxy to attach the mounts. Boston Whaler recommends well nuts. I think the epoxy is a better, stronger alternative, but I'll leave that decision up to you. I chose not to use the support poles, so I'm removing them here. However, this is incorrect. You need to leave the mount there. You just unscrew the support pole and then you add the strap into that mount. Next, you will lay out the fabric. Make sure you know which end is the front. Then lay one side out and attach the 3 middle poles to each of the arms. Then slide the fabric over each of those poles. Set the top upside down and carefully attach the other side, making sure the arms are facing the same direction. Next, we're going to lay out the mounts. They're 67.5 inches from the back of the boat. I put some masking tape down and then drew a line. Mark each of the holes and then drill them out with a 1/4 inch bit. Here I'm attaching a hex bit to my drill to try to remove some of the foam to create a void where I can pour the epoxy and make a puck. Mix up the epoxy and add a filler such as colloidal silica to thicken the epoxy. Slowly pour the epoxy into the holes, working back and forth until they're fully filled up. Also make sure to mask off the area so you don't spill epoxy onto your boat. Remove the tape after the epoxy gels up. Don't let it completely cure. Here's the location for the forward eye strap, in line with the bulkhead and 1.5 inches down from the top. Double check that it is facing the right way, mark the holes, and drill them out with an 1/8 inch drill bit. Measure 92.5 inches from the forward eye strap to the rear eye strap. Also 1.5 inches down from the top. Add some adhesive to the screws and screw in the eye straps. After the epoxy has fully cured, it's time to install the gunnel mounts. I begin by masking off the area so that I can sand them flush before drilling the holes. Sand flush with a little bit of 220 grit. Mark hole locations and drill out holes. I used a 9/64 bit. That's what I found worked best with the screws. I like to dry fit the screws just to make sure the holes are not too tight. Now I'm remasking for the final installation with the adhesive. Apply some adhesive to both the mount and the boat. Insert the screws and snug them up, being careful not to over tighten. Remove masking tape and clean up with acetone before the adhesive dries. It's time to attach the Bimini top. This will be easier with 2 people. I just put down a couple towels and did it myself. Use a flathead screwdriver to attach the top. It's easier to loosen up the straps before you lift it into place. You need the straps pretty long, so I would stretch them out to be as long as possible and then shorten them up after. Here's how you loosen up the straps in case you're having a hard time figuring it out. Lastly, measure and adjust all of the hardware, remembering to tighten all the screws to make sure everything is in the proper place. That's it. I hope you enjoy your Bimini top. Have fun out there on the water, and let me know if this video is helpful. Bye.